Welcome back to another episode of Freedom Finance with Lanny, guys. Today, we're going to do a little bit of a dividend income January 2024 summary, guys. A little taste of what passive income looks like. Am I at financial freedom? No. But I'm about to show you 29 different dividend payments that is helping pave the way for the future for me to get to financial freedom. But we're going to walk through all 29 payments, highlight quite a few of them. And I think there's going to be a few lessons here because there's actually only one stock that I've even bought or added to that paid in January 2024 versus last year. So everything else is really just dividend growth and reinvestment, guys. So grab your favorite beverage, your coffee, drink some water, get the tea, drink the beer if you're feeling it, guys. Oh, and get the wine because you're Italian this weekend, baby. And let's dive in to my January 2024 dividend income summary. Let's get it. All right, guys, just to recap, as you guys might be aware, I've been investing for almost 15 years now by technical standards. February of 2009 is when, I first started investing. Gosh, 15 years, guys. So what you're going to see here from the results of my January 2024 dividend income summary is really going to be a path that I've been on. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen over the last year, 5 years, or 10 years, guys. Over 10 years it has taken to get to these dividend income totals that you are about to see. And the key piece here is, as I kind of hinted at in the intro of the video, everything that paid me during the month actually wasn't really any new ads or, adding to those positions or any new stock positions. All except one. And that one stock only paid me $6 during the month. So everything else, all of the growth from the last 12 months is going to be through two different methods, dividend growth and dividend reinvestment. Because between January of last year up till now, there's been 3 dividend reinvestments that have occurred. And if you want to count January as the last year, that is 4 dividend payments more than likely that have hit the account, reinvested, and bought more shares, guys. Because that's the beauty of dividend investing. You buy the asset, you get the dividend income, the form of passive income, and it grows by itself through those 2 ways. Dividend growth by the company announcing a dividend increase in their payout to you, the shareholder, hopefully because their revenue and profits are increasing. And then by taking that dividend when it gets paid to you and reinvest back into the shares that you own by essentially you now own more shares than that last time. So those 2 factors is the beauty of dividend investing. And that's going to be the bulk of the growth that I experienced over the last 12 months. And I will point out, last year, my wife and I, we earned $1,264.68. And I'm here to tell you we beat that total, guys. We'll get to it in the end, but I'm going to show you a few snips of sections of our dividend income and kind of talk a little bit about it. Again, almost 15 years in the making, and little by little, we're taking steps forward. Now, I didn't think we were going to start this off by talking about some dividend cuts, guys, because the first dividend here on the list was from Paramount Global, PARA. As you guys know them, they are, CBS, Viacom, and then they changed their name to Paramount. Paramount Plus is the streaming app. If you subscribe to that app, thank you very much. You're helping me, the shareholder. But they actually cut their dividend, last year, and they only paid me $9.42. So think about this. I already told you that this year's January was higher than last year's January, and that's even factoring in a dividend cut that wasn't even in last year's January. So, we're kind of firing on all cylinders, guys. But you'll notice some big names here. Some of the big ones in this first section is Philip Morris paying over $162 to me this quarter. That gets reinvested, almost picking up 2 more shares on a go-forward basis. And I know there's going to be a lot of taboo. It's a sin stock. Yes, I know. I get it. But an addicting company could be good for a dividend investor because of the consistent cash flow. And Philip Morris typically grows their dividend small every year, but hey, the dividend yield is high, typically between 5 to 7% for Philip Morris. Then you'll see National Grid. That's a utility. Maybe if you live in the northeastern part of the United States, you have National Grid as your utility supplier. So NGG providing over $100 there. I do own Pepsi, PEP, a dividend king, one of the iconic foundation dividend stocks if you want to start your investing journey. Definitely love Pepsi. You cannot go wrong there. Now, one of the first new names and the only new name that you'll really see on this list is Main Street Capital. Ticker symbol is Main. I started finally initiating a position into this business development company here. And I started that in Q4 of last year. And they pay a dividend every month, and they pay a few special dividends throughout the year. They typically yield anywhere, this is a higher yield stock, anywhere from 6 to 7.5%. They've had quite the ride up of about 20% since I started buying shares in Maine. I haven't bought them in a while, actually, but they did pay $6. So that is the only new position you're going to see on this list, guys. All right, let's get into the next list here. Ooh, we're going to get into a nice REIT, a real estate investment trust, guys. So this is a single, tenant company here. Broadstone Net Lease, ticker symbol is BNL. They paid $106.23. That's getting reinvested. Gosh, I probably picked up another, 5 shares or so through that reinvestment. So you've got to love BNL. Then Cisco, they're definitely firing on all cylinders, CSCO, and they grow their dividend pretty much every year. They paid a nice $66 dividend payment from looking at the screen here. Get back to my Italian roots. Tip the wine glass or the espresso, depending on what you're drinking here. Armanino Foods, ticker symbol AMNF. This is one of the small micro cap stocks that I own. I own over 1,000 shares. I should be sitting at the board table. Come on, let's go. But it's very easy to own that many shares when the stock price is, barely above $4 a share. But they're this little engine that they continue to perform very well. They had reduced their dividend slightly during the pandemic, but they've definitely been bringing it back with some strong dividend increases. Next group here, we'll talk about Total Energy, TTE, another big oil player, paying over $100 in a nice punch to the portfolio, guys. You gotta love energy. I know there's a lot of taboo there, but hey, people still need to fuel their business, and obviously from a consumer standpoint, fuel their car. TTE coming in with a nice $100+ dividend for me. All right, let's get to this next chunk here. If you see a -W, that means it's in my wife's stock portfolio account. I like to kind of differentiate that. But the one stock here that's in this group is with Canadian Imperial, ticker symbol CM, and they're one of the big 6 Canadian banks up north across the border. I've owned them for over 10 years, over $200 dividend here, guys, because they grow their dividend throughout the year, typically for a Canadian bank, and then they also yield pretty high. I believe it's over 5% yield right now for Canadian Imperial, but $210 reinvested, picking up around 4 to 5 shares. Nothing wrong with that. And my wife's account, she's got a few dividend aristocrats here. Medtronic, MDT, gotta like that. Cardinal Health, another dividend aristocrat, paying over $22. And she's got some other interesting ones. The one I really like in her portfolio, though, is Oracle, ORCL, in the tech space. That stock has just done very well. It's been hard to average any more shares back in. So really, this is all just dividend growth and reinvestment, but paying $15 in dividends. We'll do one more screenshot here, guys, as we talk about the dividend income that's coming from the retirement or tax protected accounts, guys, which is, the 401k, the IRAs, the HSAs even. And really, it's slow and steady here. Iron Mountain, a nice REIT that's in the, storage and security space, paid $56. Medical properties, yes, I still hold the bag on that one, $49 in dividends. SPHD, not SCHD, they paid a nice $13. That one's actually in my HSA account. And then my wife actually has a large position in Bank of Nova Scotia, another big 6 Canadian bank, in her retirement account. And it's at $80.31 in dividends there. I know I spoke about Maine earlier, a monthly dividend payer. But or Realty Income, a big REIT, they paid me over $44 this month. So I get at least that, if not more, every single month from O. So you have to love that. And if you guys were buying O when it was below $50 a share, I'll tip a cap to you back in the fall of last year. So very nice. So guys, in total, $1,334.85. 29 dividend checks went to this guy. Guys, the blood, sweat, and tears went into building this portfolio. It is up 5.5% since last year. And again, only Main Street Capital at $6 was the true, new add or new position to the portfolio. It grew about $70 from last year. So you take out Main, so $64 was literally through dividend growth and dividend reinvestment. And that's what dividend investing is all about. I know 5 to 5.5% isn't that much. It's barely beating inflation right now. But guys, for me doing anything, my income is growing at a decent pace and keeping up with at least the rate of inflation. So I wanted to be transparent, show you what dividend income can look like after all these years, what the checks look like from consistently saving high, at least over 60%, plus investing into dividend stocks and ETFs, what this can look like, guys. This is what it's all about to get to financial freedom. How much did you guys earn in the month? What was your favorite dividend income payment? What year in your journey are you, and are you getting close to your end goal? Let me know below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what other content you'd like to see. I appreciate you for rocking with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.